Joe Scally of Borussia Monchengladbach at the U.S. men's national team. Joe, how you doing?
Good. Thank you for having me. How are you?
Good. I think the last time we had you, I asked you how your German was. So a year later, how's it coming along?
It's a bisschen better. It's a little bit better, but I do it. I do it good. I learn. I get better, and then then I stop. I stop reading my books, and then it all goes away again. So when I was home in the summer, I stopped reading, and I feel like I'm back on level one again.
On the field, I wonder what the biggest jump is or difference is this year for you compared to last year.
Yeah, I think this year I feel more confident. I feel more comfortable. Last year was all new to me. Like I was just thrown in, and everything was brand new. It was kind of like my first real professional games because in New York, I didn't play much. So here it was just right off the bat. And this year I've gained more experience. I feel more comfortable, more confident, and just been taking it into the games.
Let's look back at last season because I think you must have started first 17, 18 games before you got COVID, and that kind of cost you the starting spot. What was it like going through that and kind of seeing that you had a place locked down in the team and losing it almost not for performance-based, but like something off-field?
Yeah. I mean, I think it was unlucky, the way I lost it. It was unfortunate, but, Corona happened. I went home. I enjoyed my time. I wasn't going to let things stop me from seeing family or anything like that. And it was just unfortunate. My mom got it somehow, and then I think I got it. So just unfortunate things, but I still had a great time at home, was able to see my family and do everything I wanted. So I was very happy about that. And then came back, and like I said, unfortunate things happened. I didn't really lose it because of playing. I thought, I was playing very well in the first half of the season. I showed what I was able to do off the bat and kept it consistent with a couple of bumps in the road where I didn't have such a good game or a couple minutes in a game. But this year I'm hoping that doesn't happen. I'm hoping to stay stable, stay consistent, and have a great season.
We've seen you have success on both sides of a defensive line. Is there a side that you prefer more?
My whole life I've been playing the right side. It's been these last 2 years, I'd say, since I came to Gladbach, where I was tried at the left side with the second team when I first came, and worked out great. I also like the left side. It's easier for me to cut in on my right foot, to look for a diagonal pass with my right, and maybe even cut in and shoot. That's always nice. But the right side is where I've been playing my whole life, so this is my more natural position.
So you grow up your whole life playing on the side, and then you go to the Bundesliga, your first big pro chance, as you say, and they say, all right, we want to see if you can play left back. What was your reaction then?
Yeah, the game before in the cup game, I played on the left, and a lot of preseason I played on the left. So I was feeling confident. I was feeling like that's where I was going to play. So I wasn't so stressed out, wasn't so nervous about the position, more about the opponent I'm facing and my debut. So that's what I was more concerned on. It wasn't really whether I'm playing right or left. So that didn't really come to my mind.
All right, let's talk national team, man. We only got a few months to the World Cup. How close do you feel to the roster for Qatar?
Yeah, I hope so. I hope if I keep putting in these performances, these starts, that I'm able to go. September is another camp. Hopefully I get picked and I can show again what I can do, whether it's on the right or the left. Also, I think my versatility for that is a big help for me, that I can play both. And I'm just gonna put in strong performances, and it's a dream. A World Cup, it's the biggest stage, and everyone in the world watches. So I hope so.
How was your summer spent with the national team, and maybe how does that make you think about the upcoming World Cup and your chances to make the squad?
My trainings, my first game was very good. Every training I was consistent. I was performing very well. I had a good game against Morocco. Uruguay, it wasn't so good. It was a little shaky, but I learned on these performances, and the next day in training I wasn't down. I kept showing my consistency in the way I play and what I can do. So I was happy with the way I played. I think I was able to go out and have a nice summer, with a smile, not really thinking about I could have did something better. So I was very happy.
How would you describe the difference in what an outside back is asked to do at Gladbach and what you're asked to do under Greg Berhalter's system with the national team?
Yeah, with Uruguay, it was a little different. In the beginning, I started high. That was kind of the same what I did with Gladbach, where I was a wing back and I started high, and then towards the middle of the first half, in the middle of the game, I was more coming in as a center back. It was a little different. but we worked on it in training, and it was new to me a little bit, but I was able to catch up with it quickly, and then it's all the same with the flow of the game. I'm an outside back, so I'm gonna have to defend the same way. I'm gonna have to defend a cross, defend a long ball, and then build up. I'm gonna have to do the same thing. I have my same options, opening up with the left, with the right foot, and there are some differences, but in the end, it's soccer and the flow of the game. Things change.
So I like the idea of you out on the left, getting to cut in on your right. How's your shot from distance? Is that something that like you're trying to work into your game? Because if you're playing on the left, I'd imagine that's something that you could provide, right?
In training, sometimes it looks good. In the game, sometimes it looks like I'm shooting a field goal. So I think I need to work on that a little bit more, and get that confidence and really just let it go. So sometimes in training, it's bar down, and then I get into the game, it's a field goal. So once I get it going and get the confidence to keep doing it, I think some will look pretty good.
I feel like there's a lot of connection and chemistry based on just time spent together at like youth national team level. Is that fair to say? And like, how does that impact the team now at the senior level?
I definitely think it's fair to say, like you said, with me here at Gladbach being close with my center back and winger, just like everyone on the team is close because we've spent 6 years, some guys 6 years together with the youth. I've played with Gio for about 7 years now, George Bello, 5, Gianluca. So all these guys, when you know what they can do, it just helps everyone out. When these guys are your friends, it makes it fun to play on the field. When you're playing with your friend or with people you look at as family, it's you do everything you can for them.
So I know you're focused on trying to make the U.S. World Cup squad, but let's look at the group that the U.S. has. What do you think of the group for the United States at the World Cup and the team's chances?
Yeah, I always see Greg talking about that. It's 2 separate tournaments with the group stage, and then after that, it's knockout and anything happens. So, the group's a good group, it's a strong group. England, of course, is, the team that stands out with all the quality players they have. But, the team we have, it also has qualities that match up to theirs. So, we, of course, want to get out of the group, and whatever happens after that, it's a knockout game.
I'm sure you've looked at the schedule. I'm sure you know that England game is on Black Friday, day after Thanksgiving here in the United States. Like, how excited are you about potentially being a part of that? Because that could be a really special moment, I feel like, in American soccer history.
Definitely. I feel like it's going to be the most, watched game in American history in any sport. The day after everyone's off from work, everyone's, stuff from Thanksgiving dinner, just wants to lay on the couch and relax. So I think everyone's going to be watching that game, and to win, that would be something special for all the American people, all the American citizens to be sitting on the couch after Thanksgiving, after football's over, now to watch some soccer and just really enjoy it.
It seems like the competition for places in the team is very intense. And, we have conversations like this with a lot of y'all. And one of the things I ask, it comes up a lot actually with the forwards, is like there's such a dogfight for the competition. How do you focus on club? It's almost like you have to score a goal every week. It's different for an outside back, right? You can't score a goal and kind of say, hey, this was my great game. How do you focus in on the week-to-week performances, also knowing that there is a bigger picture? You're trying to impress somebody, for a big ticket, come November.
Yeah, I think, you can feel the tenseness, every week, of course, you give 100% no matter what. But this year, it's like everyone's giving that 110% just to get that extra edge on someone that they're competing with to get that roster spot. So, it's great. I think, everyone in our team, you can tell whose country is in a World Cup. They're so focused every training, every game. It's like, everyone wants to be there. Like everyone always said, everyone wants to be at a World Cup. So every week, these 90 minutes, everyone's giving everything they have just to show what they can do for the team, but the bigger picture, what they can do for their country in a World Cup.
One of the things we know about the U.S. manager, Greg Berhalter, is he's pretty big on communication, right? Telling you guys exactly kind of what he wants, what he needs, what has to happen for you to get, whether it's a spot in the team, spot in the lineup, whatever. What are the conversations like with him? What's the message that you're getting from the technical staff on the U.S. side?
Yeah, it's very positive. From my last camp, from my first camp, it's very positive. He's told me what to do when I first came in as left back, right back when we trained. What he likes to see, what he wants from his outside back. So I've just been trying to implement it in my game here, showing him what I can do, and when I was with the national team, trying to show what I can do. So it's very positive, and I'm hoping that since my versatility, playing right and left, is very good, that hopes me it gets me a spot on the team.
Great to talk to Joe Scally. Appreciate our friends over at Borussia Monchengladbach for their help setting up the interview. There you see his stats so far this season. A reminder, you can catch the extended version of that interview in the ESPN FC podcast feed tomorrow. All right, Herc, what'd you think of Joe Scally, our chat with the young right back, also left back, and his potential chances for making the World Cup squad?
I think people shouldn't write off a 19-year-old kid for a bad game or a bad camp with the U.S. men's national team, especially with such a weakened outside back pool, right and left, for the U.S. men's national team. A player who's playing consistently both right and left back in the Bundesliga, playing his trade against some of the best players in the world. I think Joe Scally has talent. I think could offer a lot, so I wouldn't write him off so fast.
I wouldn't write him off. I think he's going to make the team. Honestly, if I had to make a yes or no bet right now, that versatility, like you said, the issues at outside back, Serginho Dest right now, we don't know if he's going to be playing in the build-up to this World Cup. So, yeah, man, I think Joe Scally, if he continues to play at Gladbach and they continue to play well, I think he's got a pretty good shot to make the team to Qatar.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.